You are tuned in to the 5-Minute Signal. I am Aris Sterling, performance research expert. This is not a health podcast. This is your maintenance manual for the body. We don't do hope here, we do reality. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get to work. We begin with the news today. A shift is occurring in the medical infrastructure that renders the traditional annual physical effectively obsolete. Recent aggregate data from continuous biosensing studies in late 2025 has highlighted a massive discrepancy between fasting biomarkers, the numbers your doctor checks once a year, and postprandial reality, which is what happens to your blood chemistry after you eat. The data suggests that nearly 40% of individuals classified as healthy by standard fasting glucose metrics are actually spending significant portions of their day in ranges that qualify as pre-diabetic or diabetic. We are seeing a transition from static diagnostics to dynamic observation. The era of the single-point blood draw as the gold standard for health assessment is ending, replaced by the necessity for continuous metabolic visibility. Why does this matter? It matters because biology is a motion picture, not a photograph. Relying on a fasting blood test to judge your metabolic health is the equivalent of taking a single picture of a highway at 3 in the morning, seeing no cars, and declaring that traffic does not exist. The damage to your vascular system, your mitochondria, and your neurological structures does not happen when you are fasting and calm. It happens in the volatility of the spikes and crashes throughout the day. When we look at longevity through the lens of engineering, we are looking for structural integrity. The primary corrosive agent in the human machine is glycemic variability, the erratic swinging of blood sugar levels that creates oxidative stress and inflammation. If you are only looking at the baseline, you are missing the war being fought in your arteries every time you consume fuel. You are operating with a latency lag that hides the accumulation of damage until it manifests as a disease state, at which point prevention is impossible and management is the only option. Here is the hard truth. If you are relying on standard reference ranges provided by a general practitioner, you are benchmarking yourself against a sick population. The normal range on a lab report is an average derived from the aggregate population of that specific lab. In a society where metabolic dysfunction, obesity, and cardiovascular decline are the statistical norm, being average is simply a diagnosis of a slow death. Normal is not optimal. Normal is not healthy. It is simply common. If your doctor tells you that you are fine because your biomarkers are within the reference range, they are not confirming your health. They are confirming that you are not yet broken enough to require pharmaceutical intervention. The medical system is designed to treat pathology, not to optimize physiology. It is a reactive system waiting for a crash. If you want longevity, you cannot rely on a system designed for crisis management. You must adopt a proactive engineering mindset. You must assume that silent damage is occurring unless you have data to prove otherwise. Let's move to the actionable move. To eliminate the latency between dysfunction and detection, we implement 3 tactical steps to audit your metabolic reality. Number 1, establish dynamic visibility. You cannot manage what you do not measure. The most accessible tool for this currently is a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM. You do not need to be diabetic to use one. You need to be human. Wear a sensor for 2 consecutive weeks. This provides a data set of how your specific biology reacts to stress, sleep deprivation, and specific fuel sources. We are looking for the truth of your machine, not a textbook average. Number 2, conduct the challenge stress test. During your monitoring period, consume a standardized load of carbohydrates, such as a specific amount of white rice or potatoes, without any fats or proteins to blunt the absorption. Watch the data. We are looking for 2 metrics: the peak amplitude of your glucose spike and the velocity of the return to baseline. A healthy system is metabolically flexible. It should clear the glucose and return to baseline within 2 hours. If your levels remain elevated for 3 or 4 hours, or if you experience a reactive hypoglycemic crash below baseline, you have identified a broken metabolic gear that requires repair. Number 3, implement the mechanical clearance protocol. The most effective way to blunt a glucose spike is not pharmaceutical, it is mechanical. Your muscles are a glucose sink. Immediately following your largest meal of the day, commit to a 10-minute brisk walk or 5 minutes of bodyweight squats. This is not exercise, this is fuel disposal. By contracting the large muscle groups, you mechanically draw glucose out of the bloodstream and into the muscle tissue without the need for a massive insulin spike. This reduces the vascular stress load and preserves pancreatic function. I'm Aris Sterling. This has been the 5-Minute Signal. Stay sharp. This program is for informational and educational purpose. This content is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making any health-related decisions.